of this motion.
Madam President?
Yes, Wendy.
I agree with the previous speaker. I think marshmallows are great in trail mix, and I realize that the owner of the marshmallows cannot give as much marshmallows, so I think 10 is a great number, and I urge you to vote yes.
Yes, Corinne.
I move to amend the main motion so that way it states we add 100 marshmallows.
Is there a second?
Parliamentary court.
Yes.
Okay, so if I make a point of order, like I'm talking out of line, and someone says it, what happens to me? Does it just like go away? Or
I say, Maya, please don't talk out of turn.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's basically the way the real life application is. If you are in a meeting and it's supposed to be run with parliamentary inquiry, parliamentary procedure, and everyone is just yakking and no one can do anything, you could be like, point of order, aren't we doing parliamentary procedure? And then they're like, oh yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then it just gets out of control, and it's just basically a way to like rein everybody back in, like, you can't do that, you know. All you get is a scold.
Okay.
Is there any further debate upon the main, or is there a second on the amendment?
I think 100 marshmallows is
Point of order.
State your point.
She wasn't recognized by the chair.
It's true. Maya, please wait to be recognized by the chair before speaking. Is there a second on the amendment?
Second.
It's been probably moved and seconded that we amend the main motion so that the main motion would read that we add 100 marshmallows to the trail mix.
Parliamentary inquiry.
Yes, state your inquiry.
If there's no second, it fails?
Yeah, I'd say seeing no second, we're not going to discuss. Basically, what a second means is, I think this is a good enough idea that we should talk about it. And if I said something and no one seconded it, it'd be like, yeah, because no one even wants to discuss your idea. So it's like, seeing as there is no second, is there any further debate? You know, like.
Okay.
Madam Chair.
Yes, Corinne.
As I stated with the honey nut scooters, there's too much crunch, therefore the marshmallows are so soft and fluffy. I would like to see 100 of those little soft and fluffy things to outweigh the crunch that we've so far put into our trail mix. Therefore, I urge you to vote in the affirmative of this.
Okay, I'm going to call on you in just a second, but somebody be thinking of a good point of information to ask. I think there's a really obvious one. Maybe it's not obvious, but think of a point of information you could ask.
Point of information.
Yes, Lindsay.
Are there 100 marshmallows that we can stick inside this trail mix?
I don't know, but I am going to, let me see, we've got about a half a bag.
Yeah,
Feels like enough.
I'm going to say there
We
is.
had people count it when we did it.
Thank you.
Corinne's the one who's going to have to do it.
Madam President?
Yes, Wendy.
I agree with the previous speaker. I changed my mind, and I think that 100 marshmallows is just enough fluff and goodness, and since we have enough, I urge you to vote yes.
Madam Chair.
Yes, Maya.
I also agree with the previous speaker. I think 100 marshmallows would completely outweigh the honey nutness of these scooters and would just be such a great idea. Madam Chair.
Yes, Raina.
I believe that 100 marshmallows would overdo the honey nut scooters that are already in there, and therefore you would get more marshmallow than honey nut scooters, and I like honey nut scooters, so I urge you to vote no.
Is there any further debate?
Madam President?
Yes, Lindsay.
I call for previous question.
Previous question has been called. All those in favor of stopping debate immediately, please rise.
Second.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. All those in favor, please rise.
Point of order.
Yeah, that would be
Previous
point of order.
question.
Parliamentary inquiry?
Yes, state your point.
What are we just voting on?
We are voting on whether we're going to stop talking about the amendment and vote on it right now.
Okay.
Okay, seeing as it's unanimous, we will now vote on the amendment, which would change the main motion so that it would read that we will add 100 marshmallows. All those in favor of the amendment, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Nay.
Division.
Division of assembly has been called for. We will now vote by more accurate means. All those in favor, please rise. Thank you, be seated. Those opposed, please rise. Thank you, be seated. As it is a tie, I will break the tie, and I say that we will allow the amendment. Is there any further debate upon the amendment, or upon the main motion, which states that we will add 100 marshmallows into the mix? Seeing none, we will now proceed to vote. All those in favor of adding 100 Jet Puff marshmallows to our trail mix, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Nay.
Oh, division.
Now she doesn't want to count them. Division of assembly has been called for. All those in favor, please rise. Thank you. Be seated. All those opposed, please rise. Corinne, will you please add This is your dumb idea. Is there any further discussion? Yes, Amy.
I move that we add the entire bag of chocolate chips to the trail mix.
Second.
Oh, it's been properly moved and seconded. Is there any debate?
Madam President,
Yes, Maya.
I think that is a terrible idea. I hate chocolate. Ergo, I
You have chocolate stuck.
Point of order. State your point.
This young lady is not being called on.
Thank you, Amy. Please
I'm
wait
not
to be recognized by
done
the chair.
here. I
Continue
think
with the
it is terrible to put chocolate in there because pure chocolate is just disgusting and it makes us fat. I'm done.
Madam President,
Yes, Lindsay.
I strongly disagree with the previous speaker. I absolutely adore chocolate, and I think adding chocolate to this bowl of trail mix will add a nice sweetness to the bowl, to the mix, and I urge you to vote strongly on the affirmative side of this motion.
Madam President,
Yes, Raina.
I agree with the previous speaker, and I believe that we should add the whole bag of chocolate to balance the marshmallows flavor, because we all know that I believe that marshmallows and chocolate go very well together.
Madam President,
Yes, Corinne.
I agree that we should add the whole bag of chocolate chips because it's so melty and squishy and soft, and you put chocolate with marshmallows to make s'mores, and that's delicious. Therefore, I urge you to vote in the affirmative. Madam President,
Yes.
I call previous question.
Previous question has been called. All those in favor of ending debate. Thank you. All those in favor of ending debate, please rise. Thank you. Be seated. As it's unanimous, we will now vote on the main motion, which is to add the entire bag of chocolate chips to our trail mix. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Nay!
The ayes have it. Madam Secretary, will you please add the chocolate chips? Is there any further business that needs to come
Madam
forward?
President,
Yes, Lindsay.
I move to add a fourth of a cup of raisins to the chocolate.
Please don't speak out of turn.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded. Is there any debate?
Madam Chair,
Yes, Lindsay.
I think that raisins are a vital part of a trail mix, and adding a fourth of a cup of raisins will be perfect amount to our blossoming trail mix. So I urge you to vote in the positive.
Madam President,
Yes, Amy.
I move to postpone this motion indefinitely.
All right, you guys remember what this one means, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
second.
It's been properly moved and seconded to postpone the motion indefinitely. Let me make sure I do this right. Is there any debate?
Madam President,
Yes.
I do not think we should postpone it due to. I have something I really want to say.
Okay, so that's good. You're debating on whether to kill this motion or whether to talk about it. So what you did is exactly right. If you had gotten up and said, well, I really think about raisins, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about, should we keep debating this? And so you did that exactly right. Is there any further debate?
Chair,
Yes, Amy.
we all know that raisins are disgusting. That someone shouldn't have ever even spent money on a bag that size of raisins. So there's no need even wasting our breath on this issue any longer.
Madam President,
Yes, Raina.
I agree with the previous speaker, and raisins are very disgusting, and I urge you to vote
In the negative.
in the negative.
No, you want to vote in the affirmative
Oh.
to postpone it indefinitely. That was confusing.
Sorry.
Madam President,
Yes, Maya.
previous question.
Okay, previous question has been called. All those in favor of voting immediately, please rise. Oh, is there a second? Okay. All those in favor, please rise. 1, 2, 3. All those opposed? Okay, previous question passes. We will now vote on whether to postpone indefinitely. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Nay.